Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. How you guys doing, man? How you guys doing? Want to welcome you guys to the Love Show. We got Mr. Dr. Rock right here from Connecticut, Bridgeport. Yes, indeed.
Father Panic Village.
That's it. Family in my mind and everything. Yes, indeed. First thing we gonna talk about is let's talk about the name. Because Dr. Rock is, everybody knows Dr. Rock
From the Force MDs.
Well,
it used to be the Force MCs. Then they changed their name to the Force MDs.
Yes. So, yeah.
Yeah. He is Dr. Rock.
Yes, indeed.
I came along maybe a few years before him.
Okay.
And I started in '77.
Okay.
And first of all, when you talk about DJs in Connecticut,
yes,
you talk about the New England, the Fairfield County part, which is Greenwich, Stamford, and Rowton Heights, Norwalk, Bridgeport. Bridgeport is the last city in Fairfield County.
Yes,
and it's so close to New York.
Yes.
That a lot of people consider it the metropolitan area.
Well, that's like goes back in the days.
Well, it's
Bridgeport,
still,
Little New York.
It's still that.
Yes, indeed.
And,
yes, indeed.
You know, and
okay.
I came out of Father Panic Village.
Okay.
And I was introduced to music by my mentor, CC Nesmith. And CC, you know, I was like maybe 9, 10. Me and his brother Kenny used to hang together. I used to go upstairs in their apartment, and all he did was make tapes.
Yes.
You know, they pay him like $25. He make tapes all day, smoke weed. He never offered me no weed though. He just smoke weed, make tapes. You know.
Yeah.
And he used to be a local DJ.
Okay.
But he never really, because he was a hustler, he never really like, you know, if they, you know, wanted to hire him, he'll do it. Yeah, but he ain't going looking for no jobs.
Okay.
But the first real dude from like this area, I'm talking about the Fairfield County area, because as you go to New Haven and Hartford, the music changed. Hip hop wasn't really, they was in disco mode in New Haven. And then in Hartford, I don't know where they was at, you know? But it didn't flow like it was in Bridgeport. If you was like in Fairfield County area, everything that happened in New York happened here. Yeah. So
that's facts. I mean,
it was like the first time I ever heard hip hop was, I think it was in '76, like the winter of '76.
Okay.
It was Star Child and T-Bone.
All right.
T-Bone used to rap on the mic, and Star Child was a DJ.
Okay.
Star Child was like, right now till today, he's my #1 DJ. I met Grandmaster Flash. He's like one of my mentors. I met Theodore. He's a good player. I met scrolls of DJs, Jazzy J.
Yeah.
If they was around back then, I met them.
All right.
I met some of the great MCs from the beginning, like Spoonie G, Cool Kyle, Star Child. That's my dude.
All right.
I met him. I met Mr. Ness. Mr. Ness was really nice. Okay. I met him.
Okay.
I met all the Furious Five, Fantastic Romantic Five.
Yes.
And the Soul Sonic Force brothers. I met all of them. Hold up, let me turn down this phone.
Okay. Okay.
But we here to talk about DJs right now. And it's been a big misconception about DJs. Okay. And about how it started in Stamford. That's not the truth.
Versus from the New York situation, but this is in Connecticut.
New York brothers brought it to Connecticut.
Okay.
Like it was an old man that used to come. He was from the Bronx, and He was a bellman, and his name was Playboy Snapper. And he had a crazy system. Used to call it the earthquake system. Right? And he didn't know how to DJ. He couldn't catch a beat if you put it in his hand.
Wow.
But he used to hire other DJs like myself and brothers from New York like Lansky, Turtle Dove. Turtle Dove is a dude that a lot of people forgot about, but that brother was nasty on the wheels. Chill Will, them dudes used to come down. They used to come up to Bridgeport. And we used to, and when the first time that I ever heard hip hop was from Star Child and T-Bone. They used to play the beats. Star Child used to play the beats, and T-Bone used to rap. And back then, MCs used to rap for long periods of time, man.
Wow.
I mean, they used to get on that mic and the mic of milk before they get off it. They used to kill that mic, man. I'm talking about, they used to do their little set, which would have been long. I mean, and I want to talk about a lot of DJs from back then, because it was DJs like Star Child. Star Child was like the best dude if you wanted to pick a dude that was a complete DJ. I'm talking about he could blend, he can cut, he can scratch, he could do everything. But everything he did was like precision smooth. I've never met nobody smoother than him, and I'm pretty smooth myself. But I've never met nobody smoother than Star Child. Melvin Lowe. He lives in Atlanta now.
Is he still DJing?
He's still DJing. I'm trying to get him up here, man. I'm trying to, once I get an event that's big enough, I'm having him coming. I'm gonna have him come. Talk about old school, he could do it. Like, CC taught me about music, and I fell in love with music from him because he introduced it to me. But he wasn't the type of DJ that Star Child was. He was a DJ that moved from record to record, but cutting and scratching, nah, not his thing. But any song, any record that you wanted to, and you can go and you can pat the tune, hum the tune, you can beat the tune, and he said, that's what it is. And that'll be what it is. You know?
That's amazing.
He was like, far as music, and Flash knew a lot. Grandmaster Flash, I'm talking about Grandmaster Flash. All these other Flashes, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about Grandmaster Flash. Joseph Settler, I'm talking, that's the Grandmaster Flash I'm talking about. He can tell you some music, right? But I think CC Nesmith was just, them dudes right there, boy, when it came to music, them dudes knew their music. Star Child knew his music, but I think, like, as far as knowing music and had a lot of music, CC had albums that could probably fill this strip right here. He got albums galore.
Do you think that the Connecticut rappers get the respect that's due?
Well, the reason why they don't get the respect that's due, because they stopped doing their homework. What I mean by that is, when I was DJing, I was a student of the game.
Yes, indeed.
And from Mr. Smalls, God bless his soul. I was a young kid, 13, 14, 15. He exposed me to all these dudes because he was the promoter. And he exposed me to all these dudes, so I learned from the best. When dudes came here, like when dudes, Grandmaster Flash had one thing to say to you. He said, what you first do is conquer your block, your area. Right? He said, no, he said, conquer your area. He said, conquer your area first. That means your block. Your area. Your neighborhood, your park. Your park must be your park. And when you throw down that, your arena, which mine, after Star Child went on and went into the service,
yes,
I ain't hear the wagon wheel. The wagon wheel was walking distance from Father Panic Village.
Was the wagon wheel sort of like the Palladium or like any of those other places that was in Manhattan?
Right. The wagon wheel was like more like, all right, you know what Toll Place in New Haven was?
Yeah, I've heard that.
The wagon wheel was like a bigger version of that.
Oh wow. Okay.
It was a big spot.
Okay.
And
yeah. Okay.
Singing groups was in there, the Dramatics, the Dells, gospel groups was in there, Shirley Caesar, James Cleveland.
Wow.
But they also had, when hip hop came in, we had these big parties in there.
Okay.
And you know, we had these big events in there, and we had battles in there, like real legendary battles was in there.
Okay, who you think right now in Connecticut holds the title of being a good DJ? You know, I just want to just throw that out there and everything.
I mean, are you talking about the young guys, or are you talking about just DJ in general? DJs,
like more like, you know, in our age group, you know, that's like Billy Bush or, you know, somebody like that.
But see, like when you say Billy Bush, right? Like I'm like a few years older than Billy Bush.
Yeah.
So when Billy Bush was coming up, that's when I was going into the streets.
Yeah.
You know, he's a good student in the game. He's a great student in the game.
Okay.
And I like him. He's a very good DJ.
Humble guy.
I'm gonna set him aside from other guys. I don't want to even put him in that category.
Okay.
All right. You got a lot of these guys that I'm not even gonna put Billy Bush in that category. Because he's in a different class. He's in a class of his own, man.
Yeah.
You know, he's a student of the game.
Yeah.
And he'll learn from anybody.
Yeah, he's a humble dude too. I met him.
But if you talking about like grown and sexy, my man, I call him my big brother, DJ Little. He's tough.
Yeah, Little.
DJ Little is tough.
Okay.
Norwalk and Danbury, man. DJ Little is tough, man. DJ Little put the records on and have you sweating out there. You know, that's my big bro. But as far as a lot of these up and coming dudes, I haven't seen many of them because we in two different arenas. Because I'm not really trying to go out there in a club and DJ for people that's not on the grown and sexy level. Because when they come in there, I want them to have a good time and be tired and go home. And they ain't gonna have no problems like they ain't gonna be trying to beat each other up and do nothing like that. Even though sometimes, you know, that does happen. But I've been blessed enough that it don't really happen. And you know, and plus, you know, and you know for yourself. We don't play a lot of the explicit rap. So if you want to hear the baby, if the baby ain't got a watered down version of itself, I ain't playing it.
Yeah, we can't play it.
I ain't playing it. You know? I mean, it's stuff that we play now that get hot, catch fire, and we'll play it. But if you Meek Mills, we ain't playing you. Nah, we not doing that. And then they ain't trying to hear that. I play Meek Mills and BK, they'll look at me like I'm crazy.
That's true.
Like, are you serious? You know?
What about okay, now the name Dr. Rock.
All right, now check this out.
Let's put that out there, because you know there's a lot of people
now Dr. Rock
that misconstrued. You know.
Now I must tell you.
No disrespect to the brother, because he passed away.
Rest in peace,
Yes,
I love that brother.
Yes,
I had the chance to meet him in Dr. Shop.
Yes.
I had he heard about me and I heard about him.
Yes.
You know? So rest in peace, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an exclusive interview right here.
And
nobody got this.
Now check this out. My name came from a record that Captain Sky did, Dr. Rock.
Okay.
And the record was done in, I think, I want to say 76.
Damn, that's a long time.
It was done in 76 or 77. Wow. But I knew when I started and that record was out, I was that's a long time. That's my record. That's my name right there. You know? Yeah. Because that was one of the first records. Yeah. That and Super Sperm that I learned how to quick mix on.
Super Sperm, that was on.
That was Captain Sky. That was the album before the Dr. Rock album. Oh, that was Captain Sky. So, you know, when they was quick mixing, I used to hit it like super, super, and then sometimes I used to go super, do that rock. Super, you know, or do that rock. Yeah. That's one of the them was one of the first couple records that I learned how to quick mix on. Oh, right. So I used to like practice like quick mixing for like hours with them two breaks right there. And it was that, and it was Everybody Did Good Times. Yeah, and when Bounce like Rock Skate came out, everybody did that. Yeah, you know,
that's an all-time favorite one right there. So, like a lot of people.
So I took my name from that. Okay. But as I felt I grew in status. Okay. Like it was another crew that came after Star Child and T-Bone called the Cooliacs. Rest in peace, KT Gold. Okay. He was from Father Panic like me.
Yeah, this is a lot of history.
This brother was from Father Panic like me. Yeah. And I remember when I first was starting out. Okay. We was doing our first gig in this gym that Father Panic had. It was they had a gym. And I remember I went to the manager that ran the gym and I said I wanted to do a party in there. And with no problem, he gave it to me. I'm a kid. I'm like 13. He gave me the keys to that joint. He said, make sure it don't be no problems. Back then it wasn't no problems. If you got into a fight, that wasn't nothing. There was no knives, no guns. They wasn't doing that back then, right? You might got hit with a rock or something. That was it, you know. But he gave me the key, and I was like, yo. I told my crew, which was Cool Rap, Boogeyman. Okay. We had a brother. He passed away. His name was Chubb. Derek Taylor, Serious C. We had him. We had Warren T. Warren T still around. He used to work at Lizzie's Market. Okay. And Warren T used to write a lot of the stuff him in Cool Rap. Those brothers had crazy lyrics back then. And my man Boogalai really didn't do too much of nothing. He was just like the Grip, did everything. But he was part of the crew. Right? But it was me, I was mainly the only DJ. Okay. So me, Boog, Rap, and Serious C, who was Chubb, and Warren T. Warren T, he left the group, and Chubb left the group, and they started, you know, Warren T didn't go out in the street, he worked, but Chubb went out in the street and he started hustling. And, you know, he went through that. And so it was me, Rap, and it was me, Rap, and Bull. Yeah. So we knocking down parties, and now I'm telling you this, and anybody that was around at the time, it was DJs that was tough around, like my man Elmer, Schuler, Shoe Rock. Yeah. It was dudes that was tough. But I'm gonna tell you something. when Star Child left and left me the jewels, when KT Gold died and the Cooliacs left, and they left me the jewels, and they put the rain. It was another DJ that they picked up named Cook Brown, Master C, and he was nice. Cook Brown was nice.
Master C, that name sounds familiar.
And Cook Brown was nice. Yeah. And matter of fact, he was the first brother that I battled. Wow. He called me out at this place on Stratford Avenue called a Dip and Sip, and they had a spot where they did parties at downstairs. Yeah. So when he called me out, right, I said, oh man, I gotta do something. And I was so short at the time that the turntables like was up here. right?
Man.
And I was like, damn, I can't even show my stuff. And he doing this thing. This thing, because he was like, he was a lot taller than me, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking around, and my boy was with me. He passed some years back. His name was Mike.
We back, y'all, part 2. Let's go.
Yeah, and so I'm talking about the first battle I had with Master C, and they call him Cook Brown. He called me out at this place called Dip and Sit.
Okay.
And I remember, man, the wheels was like way up here, man.
Wow.
And I was looking around and I saw the crates and I saw the board.
Yeah.
And so I said to my man Mike, I said, man, get that right over there. So he went and got the board and the crates, and we put them down, and I put the board on there, and I ate that joker. that dude, if it wasn't for him calling me out that day, I wouldn't have been the DJ that I was. Because after he called me out, the Cooliacs went like on a decline, and I went up.
Oh wow.
So now, instead of me being at the parties and in the crowd, when I come through, I don't have to pay no more. And they like, yo, they calling me like, yo, do this with us. You know, when they was like, when after Star Child had stopped and went into the service, the Cooliacs was whipping it. They was hot because they had a bunch of MCs. This was like locally the first time I saw a crew with like a bunch of MCs and DJs. So Master C, they went and recruited him and brought him in the crew, because he used to be with a group called the Masterminds, and it was just him and another DJ, and they were kind of nice, you know. And the other DJ that was with Cook Brown back in the time was called Kimbo, Master Bo, and they was both nice now, but Kimbo went and did his thing. And Cook kept on DJing, and he went with the Cooliacs, and he became mainly the main DJ that handled the wheels. Their MCs used to get on the wheels and was pretty all right.
It's a lot of DJs that used to be rappers.
It's a lot of them.
Public Enemy. Chuck D.
Hey, but let me tell you something. I remember Boog used to always get on my wheels, right? And Boog was nice on the wheels. And Boog used to talk junk to me, right? And I used to tear Boog head off on the wheels. I used to tell him, as long as you on that mic, don't expect me to come on that mic. But you ain't coming on these wheels doing what you think you can do on these wheels. I don't care how nice you feel you are. You might be somebody else, but you're not beating me. Now, for me being so young, because this was like in the age of 13, 14, 15, 16. Now, it was DJs that was popping up, and it was mad crews that popping up. I don't care if you was a DJ in Stratford that did a party of 10 people. If I heard your name, I'm coming to see you. I'm coming to see you. They used to be like, I remember one time I was DJing a whole party in Grandmaster Flash. I said, what are you doing? You don't do that. You're only supposed to be on for a certain amount of time and let somebody else get on the wheels. Nah, man. You don't see me doing that. He get on, he do his thing, and he get paid and go. He say, man, nah, man, you worth more than that. You doing a whole party. What's wrong with you? Right? So when he put that bug in my ear, one time I was out in Stratford. And they used to do these parties on a Monday. It was a team party. And there used to be bad little honeys out there. I was like, yo.
What? All right now.
There used to be bad little honeys out there. I was like, yo. We went out there. So me and my whole crew, we decided we went out there. And we seen the little party that they was giving. Like, we was like, whoa. We ain't know. There was like a hidden jewel. They had a little teen center out there. They was doing their thing, right? So it was another DJ that was named Dr. Rock, right? He was and I ain't gonna lie, he was kind of all right on the wheels. But it wasn't him. It was another DJ they had with their crew called King Tim Mose. Pastor Kenny Mose, his youngest brother. And his name was Tim. Tim Mose, King Tim.
Okay.
And we actually recruited him because I needed another DJ.
Yes.
With me, so I didn't have to carry the load the whole night.
Okay.
Right. So the brother was nice, and then after the brother got with me, the brother even got nicer. Some people thought the brother was kind of nicer than me. You know, he learned, like, he was one of them dudes that learned the art of that scratch. Before everybody, because Theodore started it. Make no excuse.
It's always a.
Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. Theodore started scratching. Theodore started it.
Well,
if anybody else tell you they started scratching, they lying.
Well,
Theodore started. Grandmaster Flash, he didn't scratch until later on. Theodore started scratching.
Oh shit.
Theodore started scratching.
You might run into a.
No. No. Now Theodore tell you he was a student of Grandmaster Flash.
Okay.
He was a student.
Yes.
But he started scratching.
Oh.
I gotta give it to him. He earned that.
Well, the thing is, they said that Grandmaster Flash actually scratched by mistake, and Theodore, he was the one who mastered the scratch.
Well,
he mastered the scratch.
Well, whether he mastered it or not, I was back there. A long time.
Okay.
And me personally, I think Flash would back me. Theodore gets that.
Okay.
I think Theodore gets that.
All right.
I don't think Flash would dispute me or nothing.
Okay.
One thing I don't want to leave out, because I don't want to leave out nobody. One person that I always regretted never approaching when I was a kid was the brother Tony Crush. They came down. Him and
he lives
out here in Bridgeport now. I love him. He's the best big brother that you can have.
Real good brother.
He's a good big brother. He's a really good big brother.
Yes,
listen,
indeed.
Check it out.
Indeed.
I remember they came to the Fairfield County Roller Dome. It used to be the mod skating. I used to work there, and they came and they did a show. And me, instead of going up to him and like getting to know him, he had the glasses on with the big afro. I let that opportunity pass. I had talked to Tone, but I didn't get in depth, and I didn't tell them that I was a DJ. But I regret that to this day, because if I would have approached them and introduced myself, it probably would have been a better road for me.
I mean, but you know the brother personally.
Yeah, I know him now. But I wish I could have.
He was sitting in my living room.
Now sometimes people get things misconstrued and all this. Now I'm gonna get to the part of the whole Fairfield County, because you go down to Norwalk. Norwalk had Chaos. They had Def Nation. Norwalk had some really good DJs. That was overlooked. Because the DJs in Stanford got more visibility and got more exposure.
Stanford is next to New York.
So they got more exposure. Now, not to say that Stanford didn't do their thing, because now I'm gonna creep down into Stanford. I remember the twins, Rob and his brother. They were supersonic. And them brothers was tough. And it was Terrible T. And I'm not just talking about Terrible T by itself. I'm talking about Terrible T, Juju, Shamu, Ezek. I'm talking about their whole crew. That crew right there, I remember the first time they came to Bridgeport. I was doing a party at Rafaela Taylor Center when in the center. This is when they first started letting us do hip hop parties there. The Wagon Wheel was my house, though. Make no mistake about it. Nobody can come in and I never took a L. So check it out. People come. They came, and I remember Ralph told me that these kids from Stanford was coming.
That was
and he was saying, he didn't know what their name was. He was like, but they coming to do something. So back then, I had a large following. If Twitter and if the Facebook was on, man, I would have been getting like, back then, it was just word of mouth. I was getting maybe 1,500 people in a place. Sometimes, you know, some people can't get in.
That's a lot of people.
You know, and that was parties back then. The wagon wheel hold about 1,500, 2,000.
Yeah.
You know, and I used to pack that place.
Yes. Wow,
now,
man. I did hear about that place a lot.
And then like and then the center used to hold like maybe 400 or 500. And if they go any more than that, then they be pushing it.
Was the wagon wheel the size of the White Eagle?
It was bigger than the White Eagle.
Whoa!
It was bigger than the White Eagle.
Oh wow! Hey brother, all right.
The wagon wheel, that club took up a whole block. Ooh. I wish that I could show you.
That's a big place, man.
I wish that I could show you the block. The block was on. The block of the wagon wheel was on Barnum and Hallett.
Yes.
Barnum and Hallett, right? That stretched all the way over to Caroline, and it was that whole block right there.
Wow.
Most of that whole block, that building was most of that whole block.
Wow.
I'm talking about they used to build the stage up kind of high.
Yeah.
And you could be in there and you could look far and see nothing but people.
Wow. That's pretty big, man.
You know? I mean, it was a huge place. Now, and later on, Ralph sold it.
Okay.
And because, you know, he was getting older and his kids didn't want to keep it up.
Yeah.
So he got older and he sold it to a Puerto Rican brother, and then later on it got burned down, you know?
Okay.
But the wagon wheel was a lot of history of hip hop. A lot of history of hip hop in Connecticut in the beginning stages that people would have been amazed of the people who performed in there. Curtis Blow, Cool Kyle Starchild, Spoonie G, The Treacherous Three. We did AJ Scratches, rest in peace, brother. 21st birthday at the wagon wheel, brother. We did AJ Scratches, me and Flash. We did AJ Scratch, 21st birthday at the wagon wheel. They came down. Yo, I was so when Mr. Smalls told me Flash was coming down, that was his first time coming down there to see me like that.
Wow.
And he was coming down to celebrate AJ's birthday.
Wow.
When they told me Grandmaster Flash was coming, they could have told me like God was coming through the gates, coming to get me, man. I was like, yo, that's my dude, that's my idol right there. Yo, I used to get in trouble going to New York just to see him, man. And do parties. Yo, and every time, no lie. If anybody ever tell you a bad something, he was the best dude to approach. You could ask him any kind of question. This dude one time when he came, this dude one time in the middle of a gig that he was doing, I showed him my record contract and he stopped and looked over my record contract. Yo, I said, this dude, I was like, yo, he looked over my contract. Yo, I mean, he took his time, stopped, he took the headphones off, grabbed the contract and looked over the contract. I was like, yo, if this dude ain't, he was like the best dude, man. He was like the best dude. You could ask him any kind of questions.
He was originally an electrician.
But let me tell you how me and his relationship was for a while. Until I started getting in them streets and moved further from DJing. Anytime I used to see him, you remember how Kobe said in the middle of a game, he used to go up to Michael Jordan and ask him questions and pick his brain? I used to do that with Grandmaster Flash, and he used to always be like,
have an answer for it.
And he would never say, hold up, wait, none of that.
He always had the answer.
There. He'd tell me what time it is right there.
Wow.
Always told me what time it is. You know?
That's something.
All right. And I remember, let me get back to the subject that I was on. Talk about the brothers from Stanford.
Yeah.
So I was at the center. I ended up getting a ride over to the wagon wheel.
Yeah.
Right? And I went in there. It wasn't a crowd in there. It was more the Stanford people in there than it was Bridgeport, because at the time I got the crowd. So they followed me wherever I go.
Yeah.
So I went there and I seen them dudes, and no lie, yo.
Okay.
When I first see them dudes, the first thing I said was, yo, these kids is amazing.
Yeah.
I said, these kids is amazing. I said, yo, because doing what I was doing, scratching, quick mixing, and doing all the things that I did, it was a lot of dudes that can quick mix. It was a lot of dudes but not quite like me.
Yeah.
Make no mistake, I always practice. Yeah. I used to break night and go to school in the morning, practice all night, turn off the turn off the system and listen to the turntables through the headphones. Yeah. In my room, practicing. Yeah. I mean, in the dark, practicing.
Wow.
In the dark. Check it out. So I used to be so prepared, because this is one of the things that Grandmaster Flash will tell you. You know, if you one of them dudes who like to do that, and always be prepared, because there's always gonna be somebody coming.
Exactly.
You know, so
exactly.
I built a reputation. You know, dudes after a while, I'm so serious on them wheels. Dudes don't try me like that. But if I'm hearing a little noise, if anybody's saying, "Oh, this dude doing that over here," I'm going to get you. I'm coming. I don't care if you didn't have a name or not. I'm coming. I'm coming to get you. And I don't care how big your name was, how far you came from. If you came in my house, you took a L. Nobody ever came in a wagon wheel and gave me any kind of beating. Everybody took L's. If a person tell you that I did a gig with him that was a battle, or that a lot of times it never was a battle. It turned into that because somebody always would test you.
Amp it up and everything.
They would always test you, try you. And then it turned to that. And I was always prepared. I'm slaying you. And I'm just not slaying you, I'm beating you to the ground. I'm letting you know that do not come back no more. No more. I remember when I seen Terrible T and Juju and Shamu. And all them guys, they had a big crew. And the thing about their crew that was special is Shamu was the MC, and he was a cool little dude, a little cool, nice on that mic, but he was like the man. All the dudes that was in the crew, they was nice, but he was the man. His brother was Juju. Juju was on the wheels. And Juju was nasty on the wheels. Now, check this out.
We almost out of time.
him and Terrible T, they complimented each other. Because Terrible T was like the big brother, and Juju was like the little brother. And they pushed each other, and that made each other. Then them brothers went and stepped off on Terrible T. And Terrible T kept on moving, but they didn't. But it was still that little spark that he didn't have no more. That's my big brother. I love him, but he didn't have that spark and that joy that he had when they was all together. Because that's when it was. I later on found out that's when it was fun. That's when it was the love of it. But as the money came into the game,
money changes.
It changes everything, man. It changes everything. Like. I was so nice as a DJ, right? And I believe that the MCs I had at the time, because we recruited Sweet D, who was PD Direct from the Cooliacs, and we recruited. But it was we recruited a few other brothers that for MCs, right? And we had a nice crew, and them brothers was nice. My brother Rap was no joke on that mic, and he used to write a lot of stuff. And But what it was at the time, back then when hip hop first started, their DJ was their dominant feature.
Yeah.
And
it's not
we ended up in an unfortunate situation where we ended up with a guy that was sort of like a we used to work for him. We're gonna come back with a part 2 later on at a later date.
Yeah.
We used to work for him. His name was Ronnie Carroll. He used to beat us with the money. Yo, he used to make tapes of us and all that. He used to beat us with the money. Give us a so check this out.
Yeah.
He used to hold me back. I remember Spoonie used to want me to DJ for him.
Yeah.
Ronnie used to be like, nah, get off the tables, let Tim DJ. So Tim used to end up DJing with Spoonie, Cool Kyle, and all them. But when I used to get on, I used to rip it up so bad that them dudes was like, yo, man, I want this dude. So Mr. Smalls made a separate deal with me. That, all right, I'm going to deal with you here because I don't know what this dude doing, but everybody asking for you. So, not that King Tim wasn't nice, but I'm the DJ really that they're really coming to see. And you got the dude who DJs with me, you giving him all the shine. And, I was a little bitter about it, but I never got mad at Tim because it wasn't him, it was Ronnie. So Mr. Smalls made this deal with me, and so from that, we ended up getting a couple female groups. Now we had one female group that was all Hispanic, and they was kind of nice. But the only thing, women in that business, them girls wasn't having that. They ain't laying on their back for that. They just wouldn't have got no deal. Their talent was good enough that they should have been like
top notch.
They should have got a deal. But they was pretty girls and they wasn't trying to, unless and they wasn't having that.
Well, so that's the industry nowadays.
That was unfortunate, but now when I like one time we did a show with the Crash Crew, and the girls was ripping it. But the thing that I used to love about the girls, they used to feature me a lot. And throw my little things in it and I tear it up. So other than my guys, I got more exposure from being with the females. So now I'm asked to go on tour and be a DJ for Smoonie, or be a DJ for Sequence, or be a DJ for this person and that person.
So, okay, because we ain't got much time. DJs of today, with the low balling, the low pricing and all that kind of stuff, they cutting back what they worth is, especially out here, in Connecticut. I've seen it out here a lot. Weekend DJ. Like, I know you wasn't no weekend DJ from the start. I know that already. You was DJing just to pay your bills. I know that already for a fact. But what do you think about these guys that's selling out being a DJ, making it harder to be a DJ?
Well, you got certain ones, right? You got some that just want a gig, and that messes up the game. When you got people that's doing it because they supporting themselves. You got some people who work and don't need the DJ money, and then be doing it. I don't have a problem with a DJ doing it because he loves doing it. But you can't get in the way of that man that's feeding his family or putting food on the table and he DJs.
Yes, indeed.
The thing is, DJs, get together. Stop letting them sell you short.
Yes, indeed.
Stop letting them sell you short.
Yes.
I mean, I had to scratch to get in it, but you gonna pay me. If you want me to play, you gonna pay me. I got a cousin, I got family members that own clubs, and they gonna pay me. You want me in there? I come in there and bring everything. I don't leave nothing. I don't come in there half-stepping, bull job. If you ain't dancing when I'm on the wheels, I'm pissed.
Yes.
Because I ain't doing my job if you ain't dancing. I see some DJs that come in places and people ain't dancing, and they cool with it because they getting a little money at the end of the day. I'm not satisfied like that. If you ain't doing it, if you ain't on the floor, if you ain't doing your thing, I'm not satisfied. If my night went like that, I'm going home and I'm restless.
It's gonna be on your mind for a while.
Listen, I don't get behind the wheels if I can't make you move. I'm making you move.
That's it.
I'm putting it on. You know, I'm putting it on.
That's it.
And I'm not gonna be scratching and cutting. It's not the time for that. Nothing but nice, good music that you want to hear. Like right now, I'm at a stage where I don't even play rap unless it's necessary. Because people ain't been hearing no good old R&B no more.
All right, brother.
And if there's some good R&B out there, I'm playing it.
What do you think? I'm sorry to cut you off. What do you think about what the Corona thing has done to DJs? Did you think that we'll ever make a comeback as DJs?
Let me tell you this about that Corona thing. Okay. DJ ain't gonna make a comeback, but it ain't gonna be for another couple years. What's gonna happen now is that virtual DJ and stuff, you're gonna have to learn how to make money doing that. Because now it's gonna come down to, well, it's even better because now instead of it being local, you being your local DJ, you can be more global. Because if you doing your thing, more people gonna tune in to see you. And I haven't did it yet, but I'm trying to I don't know nothing about technology because to keep it 100 with you, I was locked up for a long time and I just got out like 4.5 years ago, 5 years in December.
All right,
and so it's a lot of things that I'm catching up on, but I'm learning fast. And a lot of the technology stuff I don't know, and I don't try to mess with it until I know it. But I'm trying to get on that tube. I'm trying to get on the wheels on that tube, and when I get on there, believe this, you gonna feel it.
On that note, y'all,
you gonna feel it.
We gonna have another. And I mean another week. You know, we're going to do a part 3 of this. Dr. Rock, a.k.a. John.
Yeah, from the village.
That's it. Bridgeport, Connecticut. We signing off, y'all.
Hey, CC, I gave you your credit, bruh.
Peace.
Peace.